What is up, guys? You got NotTheWorst here, bringing another Black Desert online video, and today we're taking a look at dev commentary. This is a late night talk summary that we have received. If you're not familiar with these, they do late night talks. They are usually streamed for the KR fellas, and they do a live stream of that, and we've got a translated little recap of things that are going on. This is usually things that we're going to be seeing upcoming in the pretty near future, and things that they're going to be focusing on moving forward. So kind of like a mini ball, if you will, but things that are much more targeted for the immediate future rather than like coming soon TM, you know what I'm saying? So a few points, and then we'll cover each one individually for it. What we're looking at here, we've got class balance updates. Arena of Solar regular season is launching. That's going to start August 17th. And then we've got quality of life changes coming up with new Marnie's Realms. Outfits are going to be changed, how they're doing that. And then we have something called the Battlefield of the Elves. So let's jump in and take a look at each one. Those class balance updates, they're going to start coming tomorrow on the global labs. We'll start to see these. So the first update we'll see around then. Usually we see about a week or 2 weeks before they hit live servers from there. Typically hits the KR. It'll go global labs, KR, and then over to NAU after that. If you're on console, it'll be someday. I can't really tell you when those roll out to there. Sometimes we do get them the same time as KR, but not super frequently, so we'll kind of see what they note on that. We'll start with adjustments to overly powerful PvP classes, then focus on updates to classes that are overwhelmingly efficient in PvE, and those that show low efficiency in PvE. So this kind of goes against what they've said in the past, and not even the distant past, the somewhat recent even, where they don't want to nerf the stronger classes down, and they just want to bring other classes up to that level. I think we've hit the ceiling for that. Obviously in PvP that's got to be the case to some extent, so that is noted there. Our goal is to reduce the gaps and variance between classes. I think that was everybody's goal there. After that, we'll be taking additional feedback and then making more fine-tuned adjustments. So maybe some nerfs to heavy PvP classes first, and then looks like some nerfs to heavy PvE classes, and then finally buffs with PvE classes coming up. Next up, we have Arena of Solar regular season. They're going to be starting August 17th, and they've made some improvements along with it. When you're viewing people in the top 100 or looking at their setup, you can actually see what gear they ran in the last match that they were in. You'll also get better breakdown of info on it. You'll get skill add-ons that they're running as well. Is that a skill add-on on Spirit Blaze? Okay, I must be out of loop on that one. Okay, I guess when you're comboing out. Yeah, okay, never mind. Improvements to the info system will allow you to see in more detail how well you did in a match and how other top-ranked adventurers are playing. You'll be able to see top-ranked adventurers' crystal setup, skill add-ons, and more. Additionally, class-based rankings will also be viewable. The Spirit Blaze has got to be awkward in Arena because you typically need to finish combo with protected skill. I guess you can get away because you can re-CC with it, right? So I guess you get away with it, but you really want skill add-on on that stuff, whatever. Anyway, so here you get a view of the regular leaderboard, and then you'll be able to see by class. I think this is going to be, actually not even going to be, this definitely should have been implemented from the get-go. I think they maybe knew that, but we had preseason before to kind of develop that. Reason being, we know there are like heavy meta classes, and a lot of people just want to play the class that they main and that they're good at, and then see how they stack up against everyone else. So that's definitely going to be something really, really interesting to a lot of players, especially if you're not playing on a meta class. Top rankers will be rewarded special benefits such as outfits, is the only thing they mentioned for the time being. There's also going to be a practice mode. They're implementing almost exactly the way that I had hoped for. Before jumping into ranked mode, adventurers will soon be able to practice with practice mode. Practice mode will allow you to party up with friends and guildmates before heading into a match. When ranked mode isn't available, practice mode will be available to play. So you can actually jump in there and get to it at any time, since you'll have the practice mode when the ranked queues are not up. Some quality of life improvements that we have coming up. Marnie's Realm, Histria, and Aukman, they're going to be added. I mean, that's pretty straightforward. We've got automatic food and elixir skill for buffs coming soon. This is going to be implemented through fairies. They'll be able to automatically use food and elixirs with the new skill Continuous Care. 3 presets will be available so that you can have different settings for varying situations. Fairy tiers will be maintained. Max levels will be increased to level 50. An additional skill can be learned. So it's going to go up to 50 and learn a new skill, but it'll still be a tier 4 fairy. Miraculous tier 5 feather steps can be learned with similar probability. Is just noted there. So you will need to get an additional skill on that. Rerolling these would be interesting, especially if you already have your cheer in steps 5. I don't know if they're going to change which skill you can save, or it's going to be more than one, or what the deal is with that. I know they did note that they're going to be giving out rewards and loyalty for like Thea's Orb and things like that to help facilitate the fairy increase in general, so we'll kind of see this as we get closer to it. Conquest War and Node War improvements, you'll be able to directly select your guild and your opponent's guild colors, allowing for easier identification of opponents. I think that's really nice. Conditions for building forts and command posts will be made less restrictive, allowing you to build on more rougher terrain. More rougher terrain, that ain't it, Chief. It should be built on rougher terrain. You can't say more rougher. Something's either more something or then has an ER. So like you can also have the most, or you would have a word that ends in EST, like most favorite streamer, for instance. Would be something like that, but then your bestest EST. Yeah, same thing here. You don't say more rougher. Additionally, the default building preparation time required for forts and annexes will be decreased to 1 second before node Conquest War begins. And lastly, remote installation will also be added to Conquest War. Also, I'll add a link in the description below if you want to get some more videos on NotTheWorst's English lessons. Let me know, and I'll start uploading those videos more often. Inventory QOL improvements. Items obtained while adventuring will be better grouped together so that they are easier to identify, which means that novice adventurers can manage their inventories with more ease. Improvements to maids. Maids will get a new ability that will allow you to easily move items between characters located within the same region. That is super handy, especially if that can include like infinite pots. Switching from your tag to the other and forgetting the pots gets super annoying, to the point where I actually see people farming 2 sets of pots for that exact reason, which is pretty wild. Adding more content to outfits and their stories. To give outfits more context, background stories explaining the outfit's origin and concept will be added. I guess that's kind of cool. And changes to the release schedule or development direction for outfits is going to change so that the same outfit will be released for multiple classes and come with a story. More classes will be able to wear the new outfits, and there will be less waiting. Then we've got Battlefield Elves. Unfortunately, we don't get much information on this. New Conquest War will be expanded to match the growing world of Black Desert, and that name is tentative, so we don't get much on that. I have to imagine this is what was it called, Thornwood Fortress, or Thornwood Fortress, I think it was called when they were first talking about it. Some type of PvPvE type of element where you have a team of whatever 5 or 6 or something going against another team of 5, and you have like some objectives, but you also PvP during it. That's my guess, is that it's now called Battlefield of the Elves, and even that name's tentative. Maybe I'm wrong, but it would be really weird that they scrapped that kind of thing entirely. So we'll see. To note, just because I didn't actually see it here, but I did see it talked about elsewhere, when they're talking about, they made actual mention of specific classes in these. So I know PvE, they were talking about Striker was definitely mentioned. I think Succession Striker, specifically Succession Musa, was one. There was a third as well. And PvP classes, I don't know that they did specify. If they did, I didn't catch it at the time. So for those wondering, is Suck Draconi included in that? I actually have no idea. It may or may not be, but we will know tomorrow when we have an update video on the Global Labs. So there you go. Let me know what you guys think about any of the stuff going on in the late night talk summary. Personally, I'm really interested in that Battlefield of Elves. Obviously, Balance kind of goes without saying, to where it's like, what do you think about this? Like, it's just something that we're going to see continued. Arena Solar, I am even more so excited for that now, seeing the individual leaderboards. DK is not super amazing for meta class, and you have to be really god tier for it. I mean, I think we only saw 2 or 3 in the top 100. Out of NA, and I am not that skill level, so that's definitely nice to see, so I can at least stack up against other DKs. If I can get like top 10 NA DK, but I'm still not top 100 on boards, that's a W for me, but that's me personally. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to like it. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe so you get notifications when new videos do go live. And if you'd like to catch me playing live, there is a link to my Twitch page in the description down below. You can jump on over there, drop a follow so you get notifications for that as well. With that said, that's going to be it for this one. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I will see you next time. There we go. That's how you do it. Ha! You just run it back to back like that. That's how you do it. Every time it works, almost every single time. Praise be Shia LaBeouf. Finally fucking got there. 45 attempts? I don't know, man. Hell yeah, dude. Whew. That one fucking sucked balls. But sometimes you gotta suck some balls to get where you want to go in life. That's what my grandma used to say. So there you go.